I've been listening to that way too much, I'm not gonna lie. Hello everybody, my name is Jenna and welcome to day 4 of DRAEKORA week. We are now, considering this week is like 7 days, which is sort of an uneven number, but basically we are halfway through the week now, which is absolutely crazy. I cannot believe that DRAEKORA week is half over. Lynn had her first launch event yesterday on the Sunshine Coast, which is awesome. She actually did a video recap of that one, which I'm gonna leave linked in the description box below. You should definitely go and check it out. Her excitement is contagious. It's like the cutest little video. But basically, yeah, so we're halfway through the week, which is just insane. We finished up our reread of Akane yesterday and we're starting the reread of Raylia today. It's not too late to join in on our read along. Links and information, everything will be in the description bar below that you need to know. So for today's video, because it is the middle of the week, Kaysia and I decided we would do a video about why you should read the Medoran Chronicles. Now we are assuming that a lot of you who are watching these videos have read this series, but if you haven't, or if you are trying to convince your friends to read it, I'm going to be giving you 5 reasons why I think that you should definitely be reading this series. Also, if you aren't aware what DRAEKORA week is, I'm going to be leaving a link in the description box below to our announcement video and also just a little bit of information, but basically Kaysia from the channel Books Kay and I decided to come together and give you 7 days worth of 7 videos for the release of DRAEKORA, which is coming out on April 1st. When you're done viewing this video, definitely go and check out Kaysia's day 4 video, which will also be in the description box below. And now that that is all over and done with, we can talk about my 5 reasons why you should read the Medoran Chronicles. So reason number 1, Alex is a relatable main character. We've all read those books where you have this main character who is just so perfect at everything and you just like, I want to be like her, I want to be that person, I want them to, that's who I want to be, that's where I aspire to be. And Alex, she still fits into the category of who I aspire to be, but she is not perfect, like not at all. Basically, she's a very relatable, down-to-earth sort of character, and I'm gonna explain why now. So the first thing I have written down is that Alex is clumsy. Like I don't remember if it's, I'm pretty sure it's the first chapter. No, it would be, I don't know, it's either, definitely the first chapter in Akane. I know she trips and falls into a fountain, and then there's another chapter further on in the book where she falls out of bed, and it's just little things like that, and she's just a really clumsy person, and I absolutely love that. I think it's so relatable. I'm not super a clumsy person myself, but I do often walk into doorways in my own house, and I'm just like, I've lived here for a good 20 years. How did I not know there was a door there? Basically that sort of stuff. So in that way she's very relatable. She also has doubts, and I think every single teenager and every single person in the world can say they have doubts about themselves and about their abilities and yada yada yada. Alex definitely has doubts throughout this entire series, but they are doubts that are very relatable and very, oh, what's the word that I'm looking for? Very understandable? I don't think understandable is a word. But basically what I'm trying to say is that the doubts that she's feeling, they're basic. Okay, so her doubts are what I would expect to feel if I was thrown into a sort of situation that she is thrown into. That was too difficult, I'm just gonna move on. Alex has insecurities, which I know that everyone definitely has, especially teenage girls who are reading this series. I know that you have insecurities, because guess what? I had them too. I think that is something really important to have in a young adult novel, and this one definitely does in the form of Alex and her character. Next is she goes through teenagery stuff. So she struggles with school. She, in her very first chapter, she's really worried that she won't be able to make any friends, and then of course she goes through the whole romancy sort of thing. So she goes through normal teenager stuff that teenagers and people will be able to relate to when reading this novel. She often speaks without thinking. Now this is something that I can definitely relate to, because I often will say things and then I'll just go, Jenna, you shouldn't have said that. That was a really stupid thing to say. And Alex has those moments kind of a lot in these books, which I absolutely love, because it shows me that I am not alone in this. Other people do it too, and it makes me really happy. She is loyal and would do anything for her friends, and this one is a really big one. She is definitely one of the most loyal characters I've ever had the privilege of reading about, and I just love it. I just finished Akane, and there's a part in Akane where it's like, damn, that is a loyal friend for doing what she did. So those of you who've read it should know the part that I'm talking about, but like, it would take a really loyal friend to do that. Reason number 2 why you should read the Medoran Chronicles is the friendship that Alex has with her friends. That was a really weird way of saying it, but basically Alex and her friends have this absolutely beautiful platonic friendship. It is very much just a friendship. Alex's 2 best friends, Jordan and Bear, are both guys, and while yes, especially in this first book, they do make reference to the fact that they think that she is very good looking, they also say on multiple occasions, we think of you as a sister, you're our sister, we're friends. And I absolutely love that. I think it's really, really refreshing. Too often in young adult romances do we have this thing where there's a main character who is a girl and then you have two guys who are her best friends, and quite often she will go through a love triangle sort of thing like with that. But no, in this it's definitely platonic friendships, and I absolutely love that. In saying that though, these friends are very, very loyal to each other, but they also have like the best banter ever. Sometimes they will come out and say things and I just go, yep, I would totally say that to my friends. And I think that's one of the reasons that I love their friendship so much, is because some of the stuff that they say to each other is what I would say to my friends, and it just makes them all the more relatable, which I love. So although they are a group of platonic friends, they do have some really like heartbreaking moments, especially at the end of book 2. You'll know what I'm talking about here. And I just think that that definitely shows the strength of their friendship, and that they're able to go through all of this and come out the other side, yada yada, you know, that sort of stuff. So I think that their friendship is definitely one that is tested throughout the series, but they always come back to each other because they're just best friends, and I'm just, oh, it's just too cute. Reason number 3 why you should read the Medoran Chronicles is because it is fresh but familiar. So obviously this book is marketed as fans of Narnia, Harry Potter and X-Men would absolutely love it, and that is still true. Everyone who has loved those things will definitely love this series. I can tell you that with full confidence. We're very familiar with this premise by now. You know, a girl discovers that she can enter this new world, and here she attends a school. That's a very familiar premise that we have seen countless times in other novels, but Lynn manages to still make it her own and still make it fresh and something really exciting to read about by having these beautifully crafted characters, and also by building up this world, which is something that we haven't seen before, and I just absolutely love it. And one of the best ways that she does this is with the sentient library. Now, if you're watching this channel, odds are you are probably in love with books just as much as I am, so if I were to come across a sentient library, I might die of happiness. So to have one in these books is just really great. And I mean, who doesn't want a library constantly telling you things and like whispering in your ear and just getting all up in your business? I want that. Reason number 4 why you should read the Medoran Chronicles is there is no insta-love and no love triangles. This is one that was really, really important to me when I was reading it, because I read a lot of young adult fiction, and so many young adult fiction has insta-love and love triangles. In fact, the love triangle is one of the reasons why I stopped reading the Infernal Devices trilogy. I still haven't finished that trilogy because the love triangle bugged me to no end. I just wasn't interested in it. So when I found out that Lynn was not planning on doing one in this series, I just got very happy and was like, oh my goodness, a fresh series where there is no love triangle. What is this? Like, are we reading the same genre here? But it works. It really, really does. And the fact that there is no insta-love also is just really great. There's no real romantic anything really in the first book especially. We are introduced to the main love interest in the first book, but nothing really happens between them until the second book. And then if you continue reading, you will find out more. But basically, yeah, it's really, really refreshing, and it's definitely not focused on this love story. And I think it's really important that the romances come second in this novel, and that's exactly what's happened. We have the romance of Calix, which everyone knows I love more than anything. I am a big Calix fan. Calix is like, I'm just gonna have to take a moment now, because now I'm just thinking about Calix. Oh man. And then of course we have the other romantic pairing of Jordix. Now Jordix is another one that it's just so adorable, and I want to happen, and it's just too cute, and I can't with them. I can't with the relationships in this. That's why I'm really, really glad that they're taking their time, because it's really, you know, building up the anticipation and making me love it even more. But still, everything about these two pairings make me so happy. And there's a third pairing that I absolutely love, but I'm not gonna talk about it, but I love them so much. I really do. I really do. And reason number 5 why you should read the Medoran Chronicles, the author. So Lynette Nooney is an Aussie author, which is, you know, awesome. I'm an Australian, so Aussie pride. Lynn is an absolutely gorgeous human being. She is just so lovely. She takes the time to read and respond to everyone on social media, which I think is really, really lovely. It's something that not a lot of authors take the time out to do, and so the fact that she does is just really, just amazing. In fact, if it wasn't for her seeing my Raelia review all those months ago, you know, a year ago, then I wouldn't have talked to her all year, and this all wouldn't be happening. So she is just a really lovely person, and her loveliness definitely translates through into the way she writes her novels. And it's very clear that she loves these characters just as much, but probably even more than we do. And so because of that, I think that it's great. You know, you can message her and fangirl about her characters, and she will just fangirl right back with you. And I should know, because we do it a lot. But also, she tends to message you at like 3 AM in the morning going, by the way, this, and then you wake up with like 12 messages because you've been sleeping of her going, why aren't you awake? You're supposed to be awake. Oh, that's happened more than once. So thanks for that. I definitely think she is one of the biggest reasons why I should read this series, because I'm a firm believer that if the author is just a really lovely person, then that will translate into the books that they are writing, and it just makes for a really lovely read and it makes you feel really happy inside, and I just love it. So there you go, those are my 5 reasons why you should read the Medoran Chronicles. Let me know in the comment section below what some of your reasons are for reading these books. I would absolutely love to know. I'm always looking for new ways to try and convince family and friends to read them. So far, I have managed to get my mother, father, grandmother, 3 friends to read it, and like another 2 or 3 people on the internet. So I've almost hit double digits of how many people I'm making read this series, and everyone that I've made read it has absolutely loved and adored it. So if that doesn't tell you anything, then I don't really know what will. Thank you very much for participating in DRAEKORA week. I cannot believe that the week is halfway over already. I can't believe we're literally in the home stretch now, you know? We've got the rest of today, and then Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday is the day of the release. Saturday's the day that I'm gonna be in Sydney for it, and I am so excited. I cannot wait. Thank you very much for watching this video. Don't forget to go over and watch Kaysia's Day 4 video as well. Links will be in the description box below. If you like this video, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel for tomorrow's video. Expect the unexpected. Bye.